Morning, guys. How are we doing? Let's go over Dogecoin. There's some crazy predictions going on. Okay, let's just start there. There's a couple people predicting $160,000 by the end of the year. 160,000. We also got Elon coming out with some really interesting news, and we're going to go over the metrics. Let me address this really quickly though. First, some of you guys are seeing the profits that I'm making on this channel that I did the last few days. This is the last couple entries. I'll just go to fly through this real quick and I'll show this to you guys. So Dogecoin ended up getting in at 16 cents. Let me come here and show that to you guys. So we'll go over to Dogecoin, and then 16 cents is right down here at the bottom. Should be yellow line. Yeah. So this is where I got into Dogecoin before it jumped back up. I'm going to show you guys how I did this on this video, because you guys are like, man, how did you get in so low? Okay. I'll show you how I got in here. So currently Dogecoin, for you guys who we're doing this method, you guys are up 16% right now, and then also ended up getting in over here at I bought into 80A, yeah, at $1.04. So $1.04, if we come over here to 80A at $1.04, it's basically pretty close to the bottom right. Yeah, so I got in right here at the bottom at $1.04. And so 80A at the moment, that trade is up, yeah, about 11 to 12%. Okay, let me address this, and we're gonna go over straight over Bitcoin, because this does correlate to Bitcoin as well. Here's what I end up using. I use the metrics on the site that I'm gonna go over today, and I'll show that to you guys. But what I used for TradingView is I used the trend exhaustion and the price versus well money flow. Like, this is strictly what I used for TradingView. Now, the metrics are what helped me a lot. But what I like to do is I simply watch these two indicators right here. The price versus the well money flow and the trend exhaustion. When we're down here in the bottom red section, I showed this to you guys on Bitcoin on the daily chart. I said, almost every time we get down here on the daily chart, we have seen a move up. Like literally the last 7 times we saw a move up. Watch this. So we saw right here, we saw a pump in the market. We saw a pump over here. Take a look right here. We saw a pump in the market over there. And then I moved you guys back over here and I said, okay, now take a look right here. We saw a pump. Right when we dipped down the red section, we saw a pump here. We saw a red section, pump there. We saw a pump here. We saw a pump here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looking for the 8th time. Like I saw that, I called that out to you guys, and when I said it was gonna be the biggest video of probably the week for Bitcoin, and then we shot up here. If you guys want this on your chart, I really highly suggest, if you're looking for just indicators to get on your chart that are, obviously outside of metrics, the trend exhaustion is like the best one with the price versus well money flow. I say this to say this. I'm not turning this into a sales video. If you guys want these indicators, I'm going to be raising the prices of these on at the end of this month, basically August 1st. So you guys have 9 days if you want to get it for a cheap price before I raise it. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for sales in this video, and we're going to keep moving on. Okay, that is what I used, is this indicator and this indicator to call that. Now, for Bitcoin, if you guys ended up getting down here at the bottom and you guys just simply waited or bought anywhere you got down into the bottom red section, anywhere in the consolidation zone here, I'll pick a high, because you guys probably didn't get in at the low. It'd be a little bit more difficult. But you're sitting up about 7.29% right now. Okay, great. We were able to get in at the bottom, but now what do we need to look for as far as a drop back down? If we come back and use the same indicators here, we need to follow metrics. You can use this by itself. Awesome, that's great. But I'm not entering any trades until I check the metrics here, and I'll show you why, okay? Because we can see what the Wells Institutional Smart Money is doing. If you get up to the top red section, this is where you usually see drops down in the market. Now take a look over here. When we got into the top red section here, we saw another drop in the market. Top red section over here got overextended and saw a drop. Top red section, we dropped. So that is where we're currently sitting right now. So it makes me a little bit nervous. If we take the history of what these indicators are doing, this does tell me that we could start seeing a push back down. All right, but let's take a look at the metrics real quick, and then I'm going to end this with some news that might actually push us up further than you think, okay? Because we got to take all of it into account. BTC metrics, these are going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys get access to all these metrics at tradeconfident.io, okay? That's in the description as well. $49 a month. It's awesome. Emotional index, this is still showing us fearful and anxiousness in the market. When I see this gives me so many good emotions to want to buy. I know a lot of people freak out down here. They sell their positions. It's a capitulation stage. Capitulation, guys, just means, in short terms, it means people gave up. They literally just sold out of their long trades because they don't know how long it's going to keep going down, and they're just out. Okay, Grayscale talked about this on an interview when they were interviewed recently online. They're like, yeah, we're in a capitulation stage. Like, people are literally just giving up. People in long trades with margin are getting margin calls because they can't handle the profits moving down in their accounts, and they're basically just having to force themselves to cancel. Like, the exchanges are forcing traders to cancel their positions because margin calls are hit, and that drops the price even further, okay? And then there's people just shorting the market on top of that. So a lot of people were shorting, a lot of people getting scared, and it just drops the price. It's what's called a capitulation stage, if you guys want to look that up, okay? Long versus short trades. If you're going to spend any time on any charts today, like, let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. I had this little like thing down here. Oh, there it is. Cool. So take a look at this down here. This is a very good sign we could keep heading up. When you guys see price structure moving in a downward fashion, but you see a lot of people buying, and on top of that, short trades drastically decreasing, this is like the golden scenario for anything to head up, a stock, crypto, forex. So watch this here, and you can apply it to like all the trading that you ever do from now on, pretty much. So when price moves down, pretend this is like a Sony TV at Best Buy. Great. So Sony TV, the price of the TV is going down. Okay, this is Black Friday. The price is going down. People are buying it more and more and more as the price goes down of this TV. Well, we don't really have too many people shorting TVs out there, but when this pressure decreases, the only thing that can happen here is basically people. I don't know if I'm like, I hope I'm giving a good analogy of this. The demand increases so high as the price goes down, so many people buy, and in correlation to crypto stocks and Forex, this basically has no chance of going down anymore. It has to move up because of simple money flow principles, okay? So I want you guys to just keep an eye on this on the chart as we move into the weekend, because I'm not going to cover Bitcoin probably until maybe Tuesday of next week. So we have a few days I'm not going to be covering Bitcoin. But make sure you guys are subscribed over here and you see and you watch these metrics. If, for example, the next few days long trades drop out of Bitcoin, follow this here. Please, like, follow this if you guys want to know how to exit this correctly. If the long trades fall out and short trades increase, I am looking to sell my positions that I just took on Dogecoin and ADA, okay? I'm looking for that. What else am I looking for? Let me get into that. Long trades, if you guys are going to take a long trade or a short trade, it's pretty obvious. But, nothing in the market is pointing to taking a short trade right now. In my personal opinion, I don't see short trades being smart. This is also what I'm going to be watching over the weekend for the positions that I'm in. Well-versed institutional smart money. We saw a huge spike here in long trade sentiment. So I've proved this to you guys with Glassnode, Santiment, like all the big boys. Like we're all showing the same thing when it comes to this, is that we saw a bunch of whales buying in here, okay? If you guys take a look at the top 10 richest Bitcoin addresses, they all bought all the way through here. Everybody was buying, and then the price shot up. We have an interesting metric here that actually peaks out at these certain levels here that you can go back in history and kind of get a sneak peek at where the bottom's at, okay? I did a video on this where this is actually more accurate than crypto quant and Glassnode, because we're actually able to pull some certain metrics in here. And also, if you guys look at crypto quant, they weren't able to call the drop in here. I'm not trying to bag on them at all. Please understand those are incredible platforms. But we are able to actually come in here and see this, and that's why I actually canceled my memberships with those other on-chain metrics companies, because I actually was able to code something that was even more beneficial, and it helped call the tops and the drops better, okay? Just being transparent about that. So what am I going to watch for? If over the weekend I start seeing the well and institutional smart money, not just for Bitcoin, but everything I'm in, Dogecoin, ADA, Ethereum, if I start seeing this switch down here and pushing into the short trade sentiment like we saw over here, or even right here or right here, this is where I'm looking to get out of my position, because I think Bitcoin's going to drop. Let me say it again. I think Bitcoin's going to drop if we see any type of sentiment pushing down to short trades. We saw it drop here. We saw it drop there. We saw it drop over here. Take a look at this. We saw it drop right there. Spike down, we saw a drop right here. Spike down, we saw a drop here. Spike down, we saw a drop here. Follow me. Spike down here, overextended itself, huge drop, okay? This has been true 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take this right here. 7, 8, 9. Maybe I'm not going to count that. So 9 times. Could we be 10 out of 10 times correct? Like, this is extremely powerful. You guys need to watch these metrics. I'm telling you. Like, this is how I'm entering and exiting the market, if you're wanting to know. Okay, support and resistance prices. I'm going to fly through this and let's get over to the news. Okay, visually, tell me on the chart if you were in a Humvee right now and you had to blast through the red gates or the green gates. Which ones do you want to go through to not scratch your Humvee? Well, that's kind of how I look at this. There's far less barriers for this to head down than there is going up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 barriers for this to head back up. Part of the reason I think why we're getting a lot of consolidation right now is that we are not it's not a clear shot. Okay, let's just be really clear about that. This thing, I'm going to show you an article where we can go to 160,000 by the end of the year. Okay, but this thing to get there is going to go through a ridiculous amount of resistances. So that is actually a stronger barrier for it to head up than to go back down. Why? Because once you come down here and you cross below 29,000, or basically just call it 30,000, it's kind of a free fall, guys, straight back down here. So there is a company coming out, and they were calling basically a $20,000 to $24,000 drop in the market. I don't have that article for you right now because I didn't really trust it too much because I wanted to give you guys some quality in here. All right, so I'm watching that. Dollar cost average, if you guys just want to have money on the side and you're like, Travis, I love all this. Just make this simple for me, please. Like, this is too complicated. I have money on the side. I get paid every week. I just want to check a metrics where I can throw money into crypto. I know it's going to the moon someday. Here you go. Like, this is for you guys, okay? Honestly, it's for the lazy trader, and I'm not being disrespectful in that by any means. You guys have money on the side and you have an extra $1,000 per month. You just dump it into every single green line for dollar cost averaging. You're going to do freaking fantastic, okay? Like, seriously, you're going to do amazing. This is the best metric on the market to call dollar cost average entries. I have not found one better. Are we going to call the bottoms every single time? Absolutely not. I've joked about this, but we'd be billionaires if we could call the bottom. But could you be millionaires if you could just get in here and call the bottoms like this and just dollar cost average really well? And then come down here and use the metric right below it to get out of the market, because we've called the drop there, we called the drop here, we called the drop there, we called the drop here, we called the drop there, we called the drop here, we called the drop here, we called the drop over here, okay? Again, not 100% of the time able to call. No one can do that. But how about 85 to 90% of the time we're able to call the drops? Not another metric out there like these two. They're like hidden gems on the site that not a lot of people know about. Okay, let me get over to the news. We're just going to blast through this. So Tesla will most likely restart accepting Bitcoin as payments, says Musk. Okay, so people go around saying, oh, Tesla's going to accept Bitcoin. Okay, no, it's not that straightforward. You guys need to read into what he actually said. I wanted a little bit more due diligence to confirm that the percentage of renewable energy usage is most likely at or above 50%, and that there is a trend towards increasing that number. So if Tesla would Tesla would resume accepting Bitcoin. Okay, so this is not at all saying that Tesla's going to accept Bitcoin. There's so many things in here that's like, nope, you got to check off this, you got to check off this, you got to check off this. Like, you have to reduce the percentage. It has to be above 50%, most likely at or above 50%, and this is a trend town. So I'm sorry, I'm mixing up my words here a little bit, but what I see out of this is saying, okay, Elon Musk is hopeful. He said that he actually holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge at the B-Word conference. Okay, so he holds those three. Part of the reasons why I personally hold them as well. But he did not say he's going to accept it. I just want to give that point out there, because a lot of it's like, oh, pumping that it's going to. It needs to actually go through a few checkpoints here before Elon Musk actually accepts it. Okay, just wanted to point that out to you guys. Let's go over these two articles. Bitcoin price to soar to 160K as FOMO drives EM adoption. Okay, this is like insane here. So Alex Mushkinsky, CEO of Celius Network, is upgrading his Bitcoin price target. Like, where was it before? You went even higher. Like our previous Citco news appearance, Mashkinsky had accurately predicted that Bitcoin would retrace 30,000 before climbing back to 70,000. Now he sees the world's largest cryptocurrency closing the year at 160,000. I thought this guy was nuts. Okay, this guy's called Alex. All right, we're gonna go over to another guy here, saying that Bitcoin price will surge to 160,000 by the end of the year. Now, this guy is named Martin Fraher, CEO of blockchain-based trading platform. He revealed he believes that the price of Bitcoin will surge to 160,000 by the end of the year. Okay, adoption by corporations and institutional investors, paired with a loose monetary policy and high asset inflation, will propel Bitcoin to six figures before the end of the year. Okay, have any of you guys even charted this on your on your TradingView account? I don't know how many people. I think a lot of people are just reading these and they're like, okay, it feels good inside. Like, I got some warm tinglies. Like, I got a little bit of dopamine rush. I think that's kind of cool. But has anybody actually come in and mapped this out? Because it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous, guys. And I don't mean to like bash on these people. I've told you guys this before. I don't think we're going to head to 100,000 by the end of the year. 160,000 is just stupid. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude on this channel, but I'm trying to make things realistic here, where sometimes these articles are coming out and it's just absolutely like, If it happens, it happens, and I'll eat my words, and that's okay. But I'm going to be using metrics the whole time to get here and not opinions of where we think the price is going to go. Okay, here's the price path by the end of the year. Remember, the end of the year is right here. So this is basically what it has to do. Something like this, it's consolidation, pump up right here, pump up right here, and then a huge skyrocket move back up. And oh, we actually have to do another skyrocket move up to 160,000 here. Like, that's what has to happen by the end of the year if you guys want to see these predictions happen, if they want to see it. And they're coming out and they're saying this on like news channels. Guys, I don't see this happening. Like, how about we just go for this? I'm going to keep it real on this channel. I'm not going to be throwing out some crazy predictions like that. I might be throwing it in the thumbnail so I can, like, if I put, I don't know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail. If I put 160 in the thumbnail, it's because I'm going to warn you guys of this, that I think this is actually just like, this is ridiculous predictions. Like, how about we just try to get back to the top here about 70,000 before the end of the year, and that'll be super excited for a lot of people. Like, this is what we have to do. Like, forget 70,000, we're going to go to the moon, and it's like it's not even there yet. Oh, we're going to keep heading to 160, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys perspective on this. I'm not trying to be rude by this. I'm not trying to bash people online. That's not the point of this at all. I don't want to do that. It's not who I am personally, okay? But I want to give you guys some perspective that if you're seeing that, it's causing you guys to be like, oh my gosh, we're going to buy so much. I really believe, and I'll end the video with this, I believe the best way you guys can get in and make money in crypto is to be watching these indicators, watching the metrics, and trading on a weekly to 2 weekly basis. It's, put your money in if you want a dollar cost average and you want to hold for the long term because you think it's going to 160,000. Awesome. There you go. There's the metric for you. I'm going to be trading in and out of this so I can make money as it goes up and as it goes down. One thing that holders will never take advantage of, that day traders like myself or paper hands like myself take advantage of, is we will always take advantage of compound interest. Holders will not take advantage of compound interest. It's an entry, it's a hold, and it's a sell at high prices. Great, they'll make a bunch of money, but they will never take advantage of compound interest, which might be the eighth wonder of the world, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this unbiased video. We're using metrics. We're getting straight to the good stuff. How was I able to call this? Trend exhaustion, guys, price versus well money flow, and the metrics. Make sure you guys are signed up over here. If you want to, that's awesome. It's $49 a month. Like I've been mentioning so many times, I will be upping the price of this, but make sure you guys come over here, snag this. This is how I'm making my money in crypto and how others are doing the same thing. God bless you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.